Hello, hello. Oop, wrong screen. There we go. Hey, Westside. Hey, Dandy. Hey, Richard. Oh. Get going as soon as we get a few more folks on.
Still gonna be up when I get up?
Probably. Why?
I'm just wondering. Hi guys. Hugs. Love you too.
So how's everybody doing? Got 4 people on. Hopefully we'll get some more shortly.
Oh yay! That came in sooner.
Huh?
Like we have one.
Oh, it's ready?
It's ready for pickup. I got that email at 6 something.
Okay, grab it on your way out tomorrow.
Like, oh yay!
So what's everybody up to? Anything interesting? I know it's kind of a weird list this week, but I do have new stuff on the way. It's just mail is going slower lately, so it was not here in time. So it'll be next week's stuff, or at least part of it. Pretty good here. It's getting like high 70s, low 80s during the day, and then down into the 50s at night. It's pretty average for this time of year.
Pretty cold riding a bike though. When I leave. Alright, I'm going to bed.
Okay. Yeah, we don't really get like legit cold until
February.
like late January, early February. Indeed. It's also nice because we like to grow some of our own stuff, so we actually get 2 growing seasons here. We have the spring growing season and the fall growing season. You can't really do anything during the summer because the heat just kills it. So for anything to have a prayer surviving the summer, it has to be what happened with the foreign box of coins. Which one? Are you talking about the ones that are on this week's list? Or the ones that you already got? Oh, yeah, there's 11 on the list. 4 of them went in pre-sale. So there's 7 of them still available. Can you see them? I mean, I'm not going to sit here and go through 700 different coins, but I can give you an example. It's the same as any other. It's the rest of what was out of our world collection. So, just like the ones that you got, these are from our collection that we had to sell off. So even if somebody gets all the remaining 7 of them, you're still not going to have any duplicates. So, same as always. Various different countries. So yeah, there's seven of them still available. Granted, if you get all 7, that's going to give you another large flat rate box that we're going to have to send out to you. You want all? All right. I will put your name on all of them. Okay, so I'll take the 4 out of your medium box and I'll just send all of them together in one large flat rate. And then your medium will be for all of whatever other stuff that you've been getting. That way you get, that'll give you 11 boxes total, I think. I think there's 4 in the medium right now. Yeah. So you just get them all at once. Alrighty. Alright, I'm going to give it a couple more minutes, then we'll get the beginning stuff out the way and get this thing going. Yeah, definitely a lot of low dollar stuff on the list this week, but I figured that'd be good since everybody just paid their bills and everything. Like the entire value of the whole list is $632. So as of right now, with everything that's gone in pre-sale, including now those boxes. Yeah, the entire value of the remainder of the stuff on the list is $394. But hey, it gives you guys a little bit of a financial break, right? Get some nice stuff at cheap prices. All right, for anybody new, payments made via PayPal. Use Cheapskate Coins at gmail.com and use goods and services only, please. We also have Cash App using the same email. Cheapskate Coins at gmail.com. If you use Cash App, it will say Louis Kachera. That's me. You're in the right place. Shipping is about to say that backwards. $6 to $23. $6 being a little purple bubble mailer, $23 being a large flat rate box. Those have gone up a little bit, so pretty soon that number is going to be going up a little bit. Lately, they've been like $25 and change whenever I've done a large flat rate. And then if you want your package sent registered, it is an additional $45 on top of that. If it's that is the only way you can insure coins all the way through the mail. And keep in mind, if it's registered, you will have to sign for it when it arrives. If you're new, you can get stuff tonight. You just have to email us by the end of the night. Email has to have your personal info, shipping info, channel name, which payment method you're going to use, and what email you use for that payment method for invoicing purposes. If we don't get the email, you will not get anything, and we never ship without payment. I should also throw in, mainly for anybody new, in case there's anybody new that's watching. If you look down in our description where the rest of our rules and policies are, you'll see if you don't pay for something, you get put on a 30-day buying ban, and then if it happens 3 times, the ban becomes permanent. I should throw out there, just because it has happened recently, if you're new and you get stuff and you don't pay for it and I don't hear from you at all, you're permanently banned the first time. So I just wanted to throw that out there. All right. Here's our Facebook link. If you're on Facebook, go give us a follow. Tonight's lot list is on there. It is the top post. We post a lot list up there every day we have a sale. We also have a mailing list. If you want to be on the mailing list, shoot me an email, cheapskatecoins@gmail.com, and say, add me to the mailing list. If you're on the mailing list, you will get the lot list a couple days before every sale. And as soon as you get that lot list, you have the ability to pre-purchase items. It's first come, first serve, just like our sale. So if you want something, don't wait, jump on it. And we do not charge right away for pre-purchases. We wait until after the evening of the sale, and then we invoice everybody together. Also, if you're on the mailing list, make sure that you check like your junk and spam folders. Hey, Zeke, because I do send out the mailing list as a spam email to everybody on the list. So it might hit your spam folder, so make sure that you check it and tell it that it's not spam, so that every time you get it, it should theoretically go to your inbox after that. I say theoretically because, you know, always depends on if the technology is working as intended or not. And we know how often that happens. So, all right. Here we go. Kicking off with world banknotes as always. All right, so this first lot, I threw this out for really cheap just because all of these banknotes, it's a lot of 10 world banknotes. They're a little too beat up to sell as individuals. They're still cool banknotes, but they're a little beat up. So it is 10 banknotes for $5. It makes them 50 cents each. You still get them in the sleeves. That one's got tape on it. And this one's going to Richard. That one's a bit beat up. These are also not labeled. You'll have to label them yourself. That one's Japan. That one's Japan. This one is Italy. That one's labeled. That one's Germany. German 5 marks from 1980. Vietnam 20 dong, unknown year. It is a really old Mexico peso. It's 1913, state of Chihuahua. This one's Israel, 10 lira. And then this one is, I think, an old Germany. Yeah. So that's what you're getting. Grazie. Can't complain for 50 cents each, right? Alright, now for the better quality ones. Alright, first one up, we have 2 of these available. Technically, I have 3 because I have another one over there, but there's 2 on the list. These are 2014 1 hryvnias from Ukraine, uncirculated notes. You can still spin these there right now. If you don't mind the possibility of having to dodge missiles. They're uncirculated. They're $2. Anybody? Alright, moving on. Oh, Richard's grabbing both. Did you want the third one that I have that's not on the list? I can grab it out for you if you want the third one. Yeah, okay. Give me a sec. Let me note that down at the bottom real fast. So banknote number 3. Oh, where's my banknote bin? There it is. Give me 1 second. Let me find it real quick. Watch it be by the bottom. Isn't that usually how it works out? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Oh my lord, where is it? I know it's in here. Sorry for the delay. I just want to grab it before I forget. means I gotta find it. There it is. Hang on it. Alright, all three are out. Next one up. This is the most expensive banknote of the night at $6. This is a 1966 to 75 series 500 won South Korea uncirculated. Going for $6. Might qualify as a fancy serial number. 222123. Kind of a cool serial number. Going to Richard. I think it's nice and crisp. Next up is 1954 $1 Canada. This is the normal hair. It's not the demon hair thingamabob. Going for $4. Oldie notes for Canada. Anybody? Still monetized, by the way. Canada is one of those places that never demonetized any of their banknotes. Going to Dandy Dave. All right, next up. You are very welcome. 2014 100 rials from Cambodia. Uncirculated, $2. Going to Dandy Dave. Next up, we got a polymer note. It's a 2018 10 dinar from Macedonia. Is uncirculated. Another one of the banknotes that's still monetized and going for $4. So if you find yourself in Macedonia, you can still spend this thing. It is a country I admit I know little about. I know their ancient history. I know they're in the Greek Isle area. Somewhere around there. This one's going to Zeke. Congrats, sir. All right, next up. $2018, 2 Bolivars, Venezuela uncirculated, going for $2. Anybody? See if we can clean sweep the banknotes tonight. That'd be cool. All right, moving on. Guess not. To the 1998 1,000 rubles from Belarus. Uncirculated, $2. All right, moving on. This is the most recent banknote on the list tonight. Another still monetized polymer note. 2021 5 Naira from Nigeria. Uncirculated polymer note. Going for $4. So if you happen by Nigeria, you'll have $5 Nigerian to spend. You know, and of course, you know, a nice little FU right out the gate. Anybody? It's actually a very cool looking note. All right, moving on. And the last one. It's one more South Korea that I accidentally did not put in the list with the other one. 1954 to 58, 10-1. So this was a 5-year design. And going to Richard for $2. Congrats, sir. All right, if anybody wants those other banknotes that are still available, let me know. all the 100 foreign boxes are gone. The 5 Irish large penny bundle is gone. The 2 Irish half crown are gone. Those both went in pre-sale. So we are kicking off coins with a little Chinese cash coin 2-pack for $10, which is a good deal because usually I charge 10 or more for these things individually. This is a 1912 10 cash and a 1919 20 cash. And they are in pretty decent condition. And this one's going to Richard. Congrats, sir. Next up is a 1973 quarter Balboa Panama. This is a clad proof. It is not silver. It's labeled upside down. Going for $2. It's always cool when you can get proof coins from another country, right? And fairly low mintage on all of that stuff from Panama through that time because they had the big silver coins in it as well. So all of those proof sets had very low mintage across the board. And going to Richard. Congrats, sir. All right, next one up is a commemorative coin from Australia. It's a 2001 20 cent centenary of the Federation of South Australia commemorative release. BU for $2. These last couple coins are out of our collection as well. Anybody? All right, moving on. All right, the oldies, the 1700 and 1800 bundle is already gone. The Cuba bundle is gone. So we are now on to Canadian large cents. And kicking off is 1882H. It's the old H for Heaton and Sons. Let me get this closer. Get the light on it better. It's about as good as I'm going to get it. So right down there, it's kind of tough to see on the camera right now, but that little dot right there is the H mint mark. Heaton and Sons was a family-owned mint out of London. There you go. There's the H. Anybody? All right, moving on. All right, next one I've got dirt cheap. It's only at $2. It's only $2. It's an 1886 with obverse 1, but it's got a dent on it because it looks like it was shot with a small caliber gun. Probably a little pellet gun or a 22 or something. Or if it was a larger caliber, it was from a distance. So for that reason, I've got it just at $2. Gives it a little more history, I guess, right? Maybe he got shot at some point during a confrontation. Who knows? This is going to Richard. Congrats, sir. Next up, $18.99 and fine. Going for $7. It's kind of cool how these get like that old antique look. And Richard, Phillip beat you by a hair. This one's going to Phil the Beard. Congrats, sir. You're very welcome. All right, next up is one of the key dates of this series. It is the 1907 H. Only 800,000 of this one was minted. It's in a VF and going for $12. NGC list on it is $22. Anybody? This is one of the tougher ones to get. Going to Richard. Richard beat you, Dave. You sure? All right, Dave. Richard's letting you have it. So going to Dandy Dave. Too late. I already put your name on it, Dandy Dave. You're getting it. Next up is 1910. This one's in a fine. You know, I had one job, and apparently I couldn't handle it. This one ended up there sideways. This one's going for $5. Going to Richard. Next up, 1911. This one's in a VG for $5. Going to Dandy Dave. And 1912. This one's in a VF for $5. Going to Richard. Congrats. Danny Dave, you were way late on that one. Next up, 1913. Extremely fine for $5. Going to Richard. Danny Dave, do you want the 12? Richard said you can have it if you want it. Next up, 1915. VF for $5. Already. Hey, go Mabel. I'm surviving. All right, moving on to the 1916 VF for $5. They definitely got some nice ones, that's for sure. That's when we had to sell off our entire world collection. That's one of the only countries we kept. We kept our Canada, our Britain, and our Egypt. All right, moving on to 1917. Oh, Danny Dave's taking the 15 and the 16. You got it, sir. 1917 EF for $5. And this one's going to Richard. And then 1918, extremely fine for $5. Hang on. I think this one's mislabeled. Yes, it is. This is a 1913. Okay, 1913 EF for 5. Anybody want it? I gotta fix that. One second. All right. Where'd my pen go? There it is. All right. And this one's going to Richard, 1913. Let me change it on here real quick so it's right. There we go. Alrighty. Got that all corrected. You're welcome. And then we got 1919. Let's get on the right camera. There we go. 1919 EF $5. Going to Richard. And then the last one in the series. This was the final date on these. They made a large and a small cent for this year. 1920. EF for 5. Anybody? Go to Richard. Hey, Chew, I haven't seen you around in a while. How you been? Grat, sir. All right. That just leaves the 1882H. If anybody decides you want it, let me know. It's in a good $7. All right, next up, World Silver. I don't have a lot of World Silver tonight, but I do have some. A couple of them were slightly mislabeled. It was the, for those of you that got the mailing list, it said 1952 1 gold in Netherlands. They were both technically Netherlands Antilles on those. So just a little tiny mistake. But first one up is actual Netherlands. It is 1916 10 cent. $64 silver, VG, $4. At least for right now, silver seems to have balanced out right about the 48.5 mark. Anybody? Stay. All right, moving on. Ben the old hag. Going to Doug. All right, and then this one I have two available. 1952, one Gould Netherlands. They're both in fine. They're $18 a piece. %72 silver. Netherlands Antilles. Here's number one. And number two. If for some odd reason anybody wants both, I'll give you both for 30. Give you $6 off if you get both. I don't know why you'd want both, but just in case anybody does, I'll give you a little deal on it. Actually, you know what? For tonight, I'll just do it for everybody. I'm just going to make it $15 each. Give you guys a little deal tonight on these. Just to be nice, because y'all have been awesome lately. $15 each for tonight only. Somebody grab them. Caffeine. No, it'd be $30 for both. $15 each, $30 for both. So basically, I'm giving you the deal even if you only get one. You're saving $3 if you get one. $6 if you get both. Because they were $18 each. All right, one going to Richard for 15. Anybody on the other? That leaves one left. Last call on it, and then we got to move on. All right, moving on. Next up, I've got one coin from Switzerland tonight. It is the 1945 franc. 83.5% silver, extremely fine, $18. Anybody? I'm curious. Let me see real quick. Eh. So to give you an idea of how long this coin's been sitting here, current melt value on this coin is $19.48. So I'm currently selling this coin for $1.48 under melt. So who wants a silver coin for $1.48 under melt? Going to Richard. All right, and then the next few of the world silver coins for tonight are from Sweden. Kicking off with a 1950 10 ore, 40% silver VF, $3. These guys are a little bit smaller than US dimes, if you've never seen one in person. Going to Dandy Dave. Congrats, sir. You're very welcome. All right, next up is the 1952 Kroner, 40% silver BU, $18. That is a pretty coin. That thing still got all its bling. Anybody? On the Dandy Dave. Congrats, sir. Next up is the 1954 5 Kroner. 40% silver, also a BU for $25. Another beauty. The money of ABBA. All right, moving on. And then the last world silver coin tonight, 1965, 5 kroner. 40% silver, BU, 22 bucks. Tell you what, if anybody wants both the 5 kroners, I will give you $5 off. So that would make it $42 for both. $5 off if you get both. Two gorgeous silver BU coins. So that makes it $22 and $20 instead of $25 and $22. Man, nobody wants that deal. All right, moving on. All right, next up, Indian cents. The only one that went in pre-sale was the 1884. So I'm going to do this like I always do with Indians. I'm just going to link them all. Right? Because all of these but one are $2. There's one that's $3. So we got 1879 and good with the scratch, which is why it's only $2. Otherwise, that one would be like $8. 1889 good. 1890 good. 91 VG. 92 VG. 95 VG. 96 VG. 97 VG. 99 V and good. There we go. This is the $3 one, the only one that's $3. 1900 VF. 1901 VG. 1902 VG. 04 in fine. 05 VG. 6 VG. 7 VG. 8 and good. And 9 VG. So that's all of them. If anybody wants a little bundle deal for all of them, I could do a little bundle on them all. Figured I'd throw that out there because the last few times I had these on, somebody asked for a bundle. It's been different people every time. Let's go to scope. That'll be easier. There's your 79. That's the little scratch through the date, which is why it's a lot less than it otherwise would have been. There's the 89. The 90. The 91. $92. $95. $96. $97. $99. $1,900. This is the $3 one. It's the one that's in a VF. $1901. $1902. $1904. $5. $6. $7. $8. And the 09. Anybody on any of these? Or does anybody want a bundle package for all of them? Which, by the way, the bundle package... Hang on. Bundle package would be $29 for all of them. And Wayne is taking that deal. Congrats, sir. All right, let me change these all real quick to make it equal up the right price. Alrighty. Congrats, All right. Next up. So the next 3 items, I had 3 of each, but I sold 1 of each, so now I have 2 of each. $1940D or $1943D. Lincoln Steel Cent Gem BU. $5. 2 available. Them are some gorgeous steelies right there. Anybody? And before anybody asks, no, I can't do a bundle on these. I've already got them priced lower than I really should. Even at $8 each, it would be a really, really good price on these. Wow, nobody. All right, moving on. Oh, okay, Zeke's taking one. Wayne is taking the other, and you want one of the D and the S as well, or the P and the S as well. Got it. All right, so one. This one to Zeke. All right, and that leaves one more of the 43 plain date. $5. Anybody? Going to Zeke. All right, and then one of the 43 San Franciscos. Jim BU, $5. Last call. All right, moving on. All right, and then the last 4 lots are the 2017 S Frederick Douglass. This is the 225th anniversary enhanced edition Jim BU. I've also got The Ozark Riverway. The Effigy Mound. And the Ellis Island. So they are $6 each. Or $20 for all four. Anybody? All right. Moving on. All right, that was the last 4 items on the list. So, recap time. All right, banknotes. There was only 3 banknotes left. That's the Venezuela 2 Bolivar. The 1,000 ruble Belarus. And the 2021 5 Naira from Nigeria polymer note. Anybody on the banknotes? Dandy Dave's taking all 3. Grat, sir. All right, World Coins. Oh, Kim Campbell is taking the quarter deal. You got it, Kim. KKK, there we go. Kim. All right. World Coins. Here's everything left for World Coins. The 2001 20-cent centenary commemorative from Australia BU. The 1882H large cent Canada. (1951) 1 gulden Netherlands Antilles. (1954) 5 kroner Sweden, and a 1966 5 kroner Sweden. And I did a deal on those. If anybody wants both the 5 kroners, that I will give you $5 off. Anybody on the World Coins? Here's the Australia again. Commemorative issue. Here's the 1882 H large cent from Canada. That's the Netherlands Antilles. 1 gulden, 72% silver fine. And then the two that I did the deal on. Here's the 1966 BU. Gorgeous coin. And the 1954 BU. Also gorgeous. So it's $42 if you want both of these together as the bundle. Saves you $5. Last call on all world coins. All right, and then the only other coin still available is the 1943S. Steel Winston Jim BU, $5. That's all that's left. 6 coins. Doug is taking the Lincoln. Got it. All right, last call. All that's left is the world coins. All right, I'm going to get out of here, guys. No. It was the ones that were us selling off most of our world collection because we needed the money. And the last 11 of those boxes sold tonight. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Everybody have a great night and a great weekend. As always, give me a bit to get the invoices out. Thanks for being awesome. And I will see you guys next week.